Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. You can also find us on all your favorite social media platforms. It's still early in the year, but there is already a lot to catch you up on at Walt Disney World. In addition to Space Mountain celebrating its 50th anniversary and the adorable baby Baxo appearing on stage at Animal Kingdom, so much has happened. From construction updates to ride announcements and closures, new details on the nighttime parade coming to Magic Kingdom and the stage shows at Hollywood Studios, there is a lot to discuss. So sit back as we count down 10 new attractions, updates, and changes at Walt Disney World. Number 10. Let's start off with some Walt Disney World refurbishment news at Animal Kingdom. Over in Asia, Kali River Rapids is closed for its annual winter refurbishment, and the ride is expected to reopen in March. Over at Epcot, Grand Fiesta Tour in the Mexico Pavilion is also closed for routine maintenance, and the ride is set to reopen on March 15th. I really hope they address the ride's audio issues because it's been pretty bad for the last year. Now, when it comes to Test Track, the ride is still set to reopen late summer of 2025, and this is the current status on progress. It looks like the framing for the new circular awning is almost complete, but we have yet to receive any new information about the ride's transformation. Heading over to Magic Kingdom, the first thing you'll notice when you walk into Tomorrowland is that Astro Orbiter has been completely removed. Now, no need to sound the alarm because the same thing happened in 2014. To facilitate this ride's refurbishment, it's always easier to remove everything and do the work off-site. Now, Astro Orbiter is set to return this summer, but I don't expect to see any major changes other than the ride looking brand new. As you can see, things got a little dirty. Now, in Liberty Square, Hall of Presidents is also closed as the attraction undergoes updates. No details of what to expect, including a reopening date, have been shared, but I'm assuming they're just going to bring back the 2017 version of the attraction. Now, lastly, let's head over into Frontierland. The transformation of the old shooting arcade into the new DVC lounge is well underway. What's going to be known as McKim's Mile House, the new lounge will be retaining that log cabin look. This appears to be in line with Frontierland's new direction. With the future changes coming with the Cars attractions, we're going to see the land move towards more of a national park feel with an emphasis on wilderness frontier exploration. McKim's Mile House is set to open in summer of 2025, but there is a lot more going on here in Frontierland. Number 9. On January 6th, Big Thunder Mountain closed for refurbishment, and the size of this crane just shows you how massive this project is. The main focus of this refurb is to replace all of the coaster track, and they're actually moving along really quickly. This footage was taken at the beginning of February, and that means that within less than a month, crews removed all of the existing coaster track. There's just holes everywhere, and it's kind of weird seeing the ride like this. When I was at the park, I just happened to catch one of the first new pieces of track getting hoisted into the air. I mean, talk about being in the right place at the right time, right? This was a piece from the first lift hill, and then when I was on the Liberty Bell, I was able to catch them putting that piece of track into place. If they continue at this pace, all the new track will probably be installed within less than 2 months. There's going to need to be a lot of safety testing done before they can even think about reopening, since technically, all brand new track makes this a brand new coaster. So the fast pace makes sense. Now, Thunder Mountain is not set to reopen until 2026, and when it does, there will also be some new enhancements to the ride. This is believed to be the dynamite effects in the final lift hill, plus who knows what other surprises might come up. So when in 2026 could Thunder Mountain reopen? Well, according to the sign, you need to be patient, but a permit filed for the project revealed an expiry date of March 13th, 2026. From the ride closing, this is just over 14 months, which is the exact same time it took to refurbish the ride at Disneyland. So I want to say we can expect Big Thunder Mountain to reopen by Easter of 2026. Number 8. Last year, it was revealed that Muppet Courtyard will be transformed into a mini Monsters Inc. land. And recently, Disney announced some closing dates. You're going to want to mark your calendars for May 10th, because that will be the very last day to dine at Mama Melrose. Then on June 7th, this will be the last day to dine at Pizza Rizzo and to experience Muppet Vision 3D. The attraction has been entertaining guests for almost 35 years, and I gotta say, it's sad to see this one go. Thankfully, Disney has still said they're exploring ways to preserve the Muppet Vision film, as well as other parts of the experience. Whether this is a release on Disney Plus or relocating the attraction altogether, it sounds like there is still a future for Muppet Vision 3D. Now, when it comes to Monsters Inc. taking over the land, this piece of concept art gives you an idea of what it's all gonna look like. Muppet Vision 3D has been confirmed to be replaced by a new theater show. There's gonna be a Harryhausen's restaurant replacing Mama Melrose, and the back of the land will be home to the brand new Door Coaster. Since the Door Coaster will be built on what's now a parking lot, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing construction back here a bit earlier. Once the land is closed though, one of the first things to go will probably be the Stage 1 company store. This building is set to be completely demolished, which will really open up the land. Now, generally it takes about 2.5 to 3 years to build a brand new indoor coaster. So this gives us an approximate opening timeline of sometime in 2028. With such an early closing for Muppet Vision 3D, it begs the question though, will Monsters Inc. open up in phases? They could easily do Phase 1 in 2026 with the new theater show, Harryhausen, and whatever replaces Pizza Rizzo. And then Phase 2 is the Door Coaster. Or will it be all together? I mean, only time will tell. Now, when it comes to the Muppet re-theme for Rock and Roller Coaster, there has still been no closing date announced. Disney has said there's still plenty of time to enjoy Rock and Roller Coaster in its current form, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the ride close by the end of this year. Number 7. On January 12th, Chester and Hester's Dinorama in Dinoland at Animal Kingdom closed permanently for construction to begin on Tropical Americas. Now, all of this footage was taken at the beginning of February, but as of this video going up, excavators are now on site. It won't be long until it's all demolished, but as you can see, it looks like they salvaged some parts from Triceratops Spin as well as the signs above the gift shop. Towards the exit of Dinosaur, they've put up this construction wall and fence which would have led back to the gift shop. It's crazy how within a couple of weeks, something can look completely abandoned. Now, Tropical Americas is planned to open in 2027, and when it's completed, this view into the land will face the Madrigal's Casita. It's going to be home to a brand new Encanto dark ride that will allow us to go inside. We'll get to travel through the various rooms of the Madrigal's Casita, encountering all of our favorite characters and ending the ride in Antonio's room. It's going to be this lush rainforest with tons of animals. Now, in terms of Dinosaur, this is slated to stay open for all of 2025, and then it's going to close to begin the transformation into Indiana Jones. There has been no word on Restaurantosaurus and the Boneyard, but I would say the next thing to close will be the Boneyard. It needs to be completely demolished to make way for the new carousel, so I'd say expect its closure sometime later this year. Restaurantosaurus will be reused for a new quick service restaurant, so it would make sense that they would close that at the same time as Dinosaur. A lot of exciting things are in store for Tropical Americas, and I cannot wait to see more progress. Number 6. As we've seen, a lot of changes are in store at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which includes the upcoming closure of It's Tough to Be a Bug. Mark your calendars for March 16th, because that will be the very last day to experience the attraction before the bugs are permanently exterminated. It's Tough to Be a Bug has been entertaining and terrifying audiences since the park opened in 1998, and I will really miss this attraction. It was so underrated. Now, the closure is to make way for a brand new 4D show called Zootopia Better Zootgether. Here, Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde will take us on a wild adventure through the different biomes from the film. Just recently, Disney shared a video with Jennifer Goodwin, the voice of Judy Hopps, recording a new original song for the attraction.
So as we start this collective howl, we are united together now.
It's a pretty catchy tune. The show will also feature an animatronic version of Officer Clawhauser, who will be replacing Hopper. Zootopia Better Together is set to open in winter of 2025, and with Zootopia 2 set to be released in theaters on November 26th, I think we can expect the attraction to open around the same time. We just gotta stay tuned for an official opening date. Number 5. January 17th marked Epcot's 8th annual International Festival of the Arts. The Disney on Broadway concert series is always one of my favorite parts of the festival. These performers are phenomenal. Now, since this is the first year Communicore Hall has been around, inside you'll find Once Upon a Stage. It's a whole exhibit celebrating 30 years of Disney on Broadway, and I gotta say, the exhibit fills the space really well. A lot of really cool costumes and props are on display, with the Mask and Puppet Workshop featuring The Lion King, and the Costume Studio featuring many pieces from Aladdin. Getting to see all this stuff up close just showed how much detail goes into everything. There were also a couple photo ops, and the other side had some set models as well as costumes from a bunch of other Disney shows. The way the exhibition was laid out, as well as their use of lighting, really transformed Communicore Hall. I just hope they continue to host more exhibits like this in the space for future festivals, because they finally got it right. Took them long enough. It just kinda sucks that Festival of the Arts is always so short, and unfortunately, this year the festival ends on February 24th. Number 4. Over in Adventureland at Magic Kingdom, there is some major progress on the new Pirates of the Caribbean bar. Disney recently removed the construction walls in the Pirates gift shop, which is now probably about a third smaller than what it used to be. When you exit Pirates of the Caribbean, the walls in front of the door are now part of the new bar. It's quite a bit of space. My assumption is that the section extending into the gift shop will be the lounge, which is still the most recent piece of concept art we have. The old Pirates League space will be the main bar, which is probably where we can expect to find the Barker Bird, and I think I figured out where the entrance will be. Remember this little courtyard just off of the Pirates Queue? Well, it's been covered by construction walls this entire time. There is no door built on the gift shop side, and it doesn't look like the old entrance is being used because I think it's these double doors in the concept art. To the right though, this hole through the wall looks like it will be the entrance, which lines up pretty well with that courtyard. This also acts as a good waiting area. Now, although we still don't have a name for this new cozy Pirates bar, it is set to open in late 2025, and it won't just be for adults. Disney says pirates of all ages are welcome, with many mysterious and magical surprises in store. Seeing what they did with the Haunted Mansion parlor on the Disney Cruise Line makes me think it's going to be a very popular spot here at Magic Kingdom. Number 3. Come summer of 2025, Disney's Starlight will be the new nighttime parade lighting up Magic Kingdom. In a recent segment on Good Morning America, we got a peek into the costume shop, and they also shared a look at some of the costumes' light magic. It's gonna look stunning down the parade route. Plus, another float was revealed. This time, it's the Princess Unit. This cosmic ballroom will feature Belle and the Beast, Cinderella with Prince Charming, Tiana and Naveen, and Aurora with Philip. Taking inspiration from some of the earliest Disney animated films, the floats all have this elegance and sophistication to them. Now, we know the Blue Fairy will be a nod to the original Blue Fairy float in the Main Street Electrical Parade. Here she'll be creating a magical constellation that will light up all the floats, and I think this aspect will pay tribute to spectral magic. The concept art for all the floats depicts them in blue and white lights, except for Encanto. There is no way that that's the only colored float, so I have this sneaking suspicion that the Blue Fairy will use her magic to allow all the lights to change color, just like the floats did in Spectral Magic. The Disney Parks blog said to stay tuned for details about the music, but I cannot wait to have a nighttime parade back at Magic Kingdom. It has been long overdue. Number 2. Over at Hollywood Studios, Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After will be the new stage show coming to the Sunset Showcase this summer. As of the beginning of February, this is what the building looked like. Not a whole lot has changed. I mean, the Lightning McQueen marquee was still up. Now, in Villains Unfairly Ever After, the Magic Mirror is the star of the show. We're going to be transported right into his mysterious reflective realm as he brings many Disney villains to life.
Villains today do not care who is the fairest one of all, rather who has been treated most unfairly of them all. And thus I summon thee.
By the sounds of it, Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent are the villains treated the most unfairly. Through casting breakdowns, we've learned that these are the only 3 characters that will sing and speak live. The show will also feature dozens of other Disney villains, but recently Disney shared a new piece of concept art for the finale. If you notice, Jafar and Hades also appear to be live performers. They're not animated characters like the others. So I think we can come to the conclusion that live versions of Hades and Jafar will also appear in the show. The only difference is that since they aren't actors' equity roles, they will not sing or speak live. It'll be exactly how they appear in Hocus Pocus at Magic Kingdom. I'm expecting Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After to be one of the most popular stage shows at Walt Disney World. Because I mean, who doesn't love the Disney villains? Number 1. Over in Animation Courtyard, the Voyage of the Little Mermaid marquee was finally removed, which means we're just that much closer to the new The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure. The show is also set to open this summer, and it sounds like rehearsals are well underway. In that Good Morning America segment, we got a peek at more of the new puppets, which will be used for the Kiss the Girl scene. I think they look great. Now, the show will feature all new puppets, which includes new Blacklight puppets for Under the Sea, and a new Max puppet in the finale. In addition to brand new sets and costumes, the entire show will be a huge technological upgrade, and it's looking very, very promising. The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure will still be based off the 1989 animated film, and in addition to all the songs from the original show, 2 brand new numbers will be added. This includes the show opening with Daughters of Triton, and then the addition of Kiss the Girl. A live version of Ursula will still be making an appearance, but there will also be a new animated version of the character. This includes a brand new scene with Ursula battling Ariel and Prince Eric. Disney said the show will be blending the line between real and digital in ways they've never done before to completely fill the stage and bring the story to life. An opening date still hasn't been revealed, but with Universal's Epic Universe set to open on May 22nd, I want to say the opening for The Little Mermaid, Disney Villains, and Disney Starlight will all be opening around this time. We just gotta keep our eyes peeled for official dates, which should be coming very soon. So, out of everything on the list, what are you looking forward to the most at Walt Disney World? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below to start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.